Stop wrapping your ribs. You're ruining them. That fall crutch everyone uses, it's killing your bark and turning your ribs soft, wet, and borderline mushy. If your ribs don't have that clean bite and real texture, this is exactly why. Today I'm doing beef back ribs the right way. No wrap, no shortcuts.
Most people treat beef back ribs like pork ribs. That's a mistake. You're gonna dry them out. Stay with me and I'll show you exactly how to make these great ribs. Stay tuned so you don't dry them out and you get the perfect ribs. And today we're making beef back ribs. People say constantly that this is not a good cook, but yes, they are. Look at this, guys. They look great. So in this case, I have them already cut in individual pieces, which is going to allow me to cook them faster than when you have the full rack. The membrane on the back have also been removed by the butchers. So the only thing I'm going to be doing, guys, if there are any big chunks of fat or imperfections, I'm going to be trimming them out. But honestly, this is pretty lean, this point. They all look good. I'm going to remove this hard fat, get the bottom of this. This will all look pretty good. Okay, so for a binder today, we're going to use olive oil. I'm going to use a thin layer over our ribs here.
Don't skip this step. It helps the seasoning stick evenly so you don't get patchy flavor. And it promotes better bark as the fat renders during the cook. It won't make your ribs oily. It just builds a more consistent, flavorful crust.
So for our seasoning today, we're going to be using, of course, Maritime Madness. We're going to be using the Mighty Mesquite and the Unreal Pepper. The Unreal Pepper because this cook love pepper. And the Mighty Mesquite because we want to add that reddish bark that we love on our videos and on our food. Maritime Madness is straight from PEI, Canada. And if you really like to upgrade your pantry, please hit my link below so you can get 10% discount in other products. Before we add our rubs, I would like to add some kosher salt to our ribs. I'm gonna start on the back side of them. This is to create that coarse texture that we like on our rubs. Here we're gonna add, I don't really pepper. And on the back, I'm only gonna do a little bit, but I still like to season the back of the ribs. Why not? And a little bit of our Mighty Mesquite. Okay. Whew. I love the color on these rubs. Okay, I'm gonna turn them around.
And now Mighty Mesquite, where the flavor builds. It brings a deep, smoky profile that enhances the beef without overpowering it and helps form a solid bark for that clean textured finish.
And let's talk about fuel. Today we're using Lumberjack, the best in the industry. I'm doing a 3 ways mix today. I'm using mesquite, cherry, and hickory. These 2 here will give our beef back ribs a bold smoke flavor with that really barbecue taste without overpowering that beef flavor. And these will complement with a little bit of sweetness and adding a little bit red color to the bark of the ribs. And if you really like the bold smoke flavor, find a Lumberjack dealership in the link below and get the real stuff. You will not regret it. Okay guys, time to light up our smoker here. We're gonna start at 225 degrees and let's get it going.
Seasoned and ready. Now we let the smoke do the work.
With our smoker preheated, we're gonna put them into clean, stable smoke. And then in 3-4 hours, we're gonna check on them and see how that's looking like.
Ribs are on. Now it's all about patience, clean smoke, and building that bark that we always want.
Let's create some space between the ribs so they can get all the smoke the same way. Okay? This one here. This one right here. Oh man, that looks great.
And we will check on these beauties in 3 hours.
So while our rib smokes, I'm gonna prepare their glaze for the end of the cook. So I'm gonna add some melted butter and then some brown sugar. And then for the sauce today, we're gonna be using, of course, Maritime Madness. It will be the super sauce and the bone smoking sauce. And then to finish it up, I'm gonna apply a kick of our habanero mustard sauce. Our bone smoky. Tablespoon or two of our super sauce. Wow. Then, like I said, a little kick of our habanero mustard. Woo, man, this looks great. And to finish up, I'm gonna put some our Barn Burner Ontario handcrafted whiskey. So I'm gonna put this to simmer, and this is gonna reduce all the alcohol. So do not get scared with that. It's only a tablespoon. This will be a great glaze for our ribs.
This glaze adds a sweet heat layer and will help lock in moisture.
Oh, this guy's looking like, whoo. You see, 146, 158.
3 hours in, the bark is set, color is perfect, and the smoke flavor is locked in.
So after 3 hours, I'm gonna ramp up the smoker to 255, and that's gonna cancel the super smoke. So I think between 45 and 70 minutes, our ribs should be ready. We're aiming at 195, 198 internal temperature for these ribs.
This is what you're looking for. Rich color, bark fully set, and we are sitting right around 190 to 195 internal. But don't just cook to a number. The real test is proof tenderness. When that proof slides in with almost no resistance, like butter, that's when you know they're done.
At this point, we're going to apply the glaze to our ribs.
The glaze adds shine, boosts flavor, and keeps the surface from drying out. So let's stick to this step.
And now, guys, I'm gonna ramp it up to 400 degrees so I can get that glaze to stick to our ribs. I'm ready to let them rest for 10 minutes after that and cut into them. It's time to take our ribs out. Woo, looks good, guys. I'm getting a snow blizzard. Oh, great. Look at this. Wow. Look at the color.
This is what happens when you don't wrap. Real bark, real structure, and ribs that actually bite clean. You are not steaming them. You are building flavor the entire cook. Look at that finish. Set glaze, deep color, nothing soft. This is how ribs are supposed to come off the smoker.
So now I'm gonna cover this loosely. I'm gonna let them rest for 10 minutes. See you when they're rested. Okay, guys, let's see. Open up our ribs. Ooh, man, they look fantastic. Oh my God. Guys, this is perfectly done.
Set bark, no soggy spots. This is the texture you're looking for.
Let's see how this tastes, guys. That's a nice bite. That is good, guys. Look at this. The amount of meat here. Ooh. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you would like to see more smoking and barbecuing videos like this one, hit that subscribe and like buttons. And don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every Thursday when I release a new video. See you in the next one.